Sorry it's so dark. But I am openly channeling Medusa and Lilith. So they want me to talk a little bit about my experience with Lilith and why I call myself an oracle of Lilith. That I take very seriously. It means a lot to me. It took me a lot of pain and really digging deep to get here. So I have had a really powerful experience with Lilith, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And this is based on experience, as well as some of this is going to be channeled. So I'm going to just kind of open up my filter a little bit here. And I don't even know if this will make it to the video, you guys, but I'm just going to trust. I'm being asked to trust. So let's see. In 2019, I found myself at the crossroads. I had spent many years very sick in the dark. And when I mean the dark, I mean I'm talking about a room where sunlight is blocked out. So literally in the dark, and mentally and spiritually in darkness. Okay, it's like being suspended. It's like being suspended in midair, and there's darkness all around you. It was a pause. It was a very painful pause, and I am in a transition, moving out of that, and it's been very powerful. Now, the truth of the matter is when I got really sick and I faced some choices in my health, and I made a brave choice. I chose myself, and I chose to follow guidance over what other people told me to do. And I can remember having experiences. Let me say before this that I've had experiences with spiritual beings, entities, angels, all kinds of things my entire life, as far back as I can remember. And because of some of the constraints of the way I grew up, I became very oppressed. So that's a whole other story. But anyway, so for that 6 years, 7 years, my spiritual life kind of dimmed. That's why I'm saying like spiritual darkness. And I don't mean darkness as a bad thing, because darkness is not a bad thing. I'm talking about like a complete absence of spiritual awareness of any kind. Okay. And I was at a point where I had to make some choices, and I had made a choice, and I had started to use cannabis. And I can remember very distinctly one afternoon as it was fading into twilight, and it grew darker. I felt a presence in my room, and I hadn't felt that in a long time. And I thought, it's the weed, and the weed helped. Not going to get you wrong about that. Not going to tell you you're wrong, but it did help me open up after being so oppressively shut off. I felt a presence, and that night, I had a spirit come to me. I started to have visions of a spirit around my bed, and as I tuned into that frequency, I realized it was a God form, and I further tapped in, and I realized that it was a feminine God form, and it felt familiar, and I would come on some level to know it was Lilith. What I need to say here is that my higher self had set up a block, because this at that time would have been very difficult for the Amy I was then to deal with the fact that Lilith was coming into my bedroom in the first place. Okay. So there was a lot of protecting, quote unquote, Amy. I know this sounds very strange, okay, but just bear with me. All right. So, she basically told me in these visions that I needed to get up. And if I didn't get up, I was about to rock down the road where I was going to die. I probably wouldn't make it a year. And the pain would become too much. And either I would succumb to, the pain would continue to help weaken my immune system with the stress. And, I might not be here, right? And of course, at first I was like, whoa, what entities are trying to scare me now? And the thing is that, of course, the fear came up that this was happening to me again. And I was beginning to see things again. And I was beginning to have really intense visions, whether I was high or not, okay? It was like her coming back, being able to connect with me when none of my other guides showed up, okay? None of them, all right? Until Lilith showed up. And that's really hard for me to talk about because I really felt abandoned. And, it's hard. It's hard when you're going through pain and loss and you're losing everything you've ever had. And the one foundation you turn to, your spiritual life with your faith, whatever that is literally washed out from underneath you. That was tough. I really lost all sense of who I was over that 6 to 7 years. So Lilith came, and over the course of about a year, her energy started to work more with me. I think the first thing was she wanted to get me up. And I listened to her guidance. I listened to my body. And as I listened, more of my guides came. More energies came towards me and were working on healing me and getting me up and helping me push, because the getting up and the pushing was extremely difficult. It was so hard. It was so difficult. So without their energy, I'm not sure I could have done it. But when there's someone or something there that comes to you at your darkest hour, when everyone else has given up, and they show up and they tell you, you can do this. You can get up. You absolutely, if you can do this, Amy, this is doable. And she worked on that idea, that it was doable, that I was capable. And, long story short, here I am. Am I completely well? No, but I am 1,000 times better than I was. And I know that's just going to get better. So Lilith is a very strong presence with me and has been, all right? And I know that this energy that she carries really helps the divine feminine, who has felt like they have no foundation in the world. They have, it has been all removed. At one point in our timeline here, all the dignity and all of the regalness of the divine feminine was completely and utterly destroyed. And so it's time for that to change. And how does that change? It changes by the generations. It changes by the divine feminine, male and female, and non-binary people, and however you define yourself. We all carry this energy, because the energy isn't gender. I have divine masculine, divine feminine energy, and so do you. This rising of the feminine within is really about being truly who you are and not needing validation at all. outside yourself, because that is extremely empowering, especially for the feminine that has been so oppressed by the outside. So I'm speaking of the divine feminine as being a collective within the collective kind of thing. Still part of it, still meshing with it, but still there, present. Okay. And so I'm just feeling a lot of energy coming forward. So this collective rising now, a rising within, the nature of it is different. It is unapologetic, and it really doesn't, okay, it really doesn't give a fuck about religious dogma, okay? Doesn't care about your rules or how you've done things. This is a whole new thing, because this is about the spiritual life, the spiritual reality, the quantum connection of the human self. I know. Yeah. There's a need for expansion, but in a way that doesn't, we don't want to override. This is not about overriding the masculine energy on this planet. This is about balance. This is about respect. And sometimes we have to push back before we can level it out a little bit. All right. And how do we do that? How do we manifest that on a massive scale, on a world scale? We start within each one of us, connecting to our divine feminine. This divine feminine is different because it is action. It is more, it's more dominant. Okay. It is, has its own ideas about who it is and who it wants to be and how to get there, how to vibrate and how to manifest that vibration. So each person who does this kind of work, you're really going to be drawn to like what you're curious about. I've spoken about curiosity in a couple of my readings previously. I have to get a drink. But the power of your curiosity is going to guide you. And I'm not saying to go into anything that you know is illegal or is anti-life. Okay, always seek professional guidance in all mental health and physical health and financial, all of those things. Okay. Also, this is a general message, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I know, right? Yeah. So it's very important that those who vibrate, who resonate with this kind of a message, do the work internally. And if you are a person who has been so traumatized, I feel like Lilith kind of specializes in this kind of thing, the trauma and the shadow work that goes on with deep trauma. If you have been someone who has been traumatized, and trauma is different for everybody, okay, then the shadow work's going to be very deep. The healing's going to be deep. And wow. Just give me a minute. There's a lot of energy coming forward. It's very hard and difficult to rise when you have been brought up to believe that you are less than, that you are what you look like, you are what you present as, and there's not much more deeper to you. There's been an air of manipulation by divine masculine energy out of balance. There has been a massive undertaking. It's weird because I want to say overtaking, but it's undertaking because they're coming from underneath the surface of this reality, okay? And it's as if the collective just went a little bit too far with, not a little, a lot, with this, the power that came from oppressing femininity, the female, the divine feminine, because we as nurturing frequencies, on some level had compassion for what they were doing, because and it must have been a very dark time in the collective reality for the masculine to feel so disempowered that they had to oppress part of themselves, because the divine masculine and divine feminine are in union ultimately. Okay, so it must have been really hard in a way to oppress the energy right out of the divine feminine. But the power is very, it's like candy. It's just, it's very, what is the word I'm looking for? Intoxicating. So the more that energy got, the more it took, by all the, we could go through history and unknown history, okay? The more the intoxication grew. So it's like we've had a narcissistic relationship manifested in 3D. All right, so now we're in a time where there's an uncovering, an apocalypse, so to speak. Not the apocalypse that some holy books talk about. This is different. This is an uncovering of motivations and betrayals. And this is when the divine feminine within all of us gets to awaken to the reality that's been created. And as that energy awakens, we can become empowered. And we become more aware of who we are. We become more aware of what really matters. And part of this, is what you're drawn to. Your curiosity will lead you down the path that is right for you, okay? As you move down that path, the compassion for self grows. And I don't believe that you can have true compassion for others if you have never had it for yourself. And it's very difficult to have compassion for yourself when the world tells you that you're worthless. So that's something you have to learn, and being compassionate enough to honor your own instinctual curiosity can lead to a compassionate self, because you're opening yourself up to listening to something that you want, you're curious about, you want to know. You're honoring the mystery within, which that's part of the divine feminine, is the mystery. So, yeah. So what I'm getting now is the reading that I'm about to do is going to be, about the power of your curiosity. All right. And honoring yourself and choosing self. Okay, I feel like there's going to be coming up for many people some difficult choices that are going to require you to leap towards yourself. Okay, you're going to have to make some choices that are good for you and may make some people mad. But that's okay, because when we start choosing self, it will make people mad, because most people around you don't expect you to do that, okay? And they don't understand why you're doing it, and it will feel to them like you're being selfish, okay? Especially if you've overgiven, which the divine feminine, which within many of us, male, female, non-binary, this is energy, not gender. It is within all of us. So this is a genderless kind of reading here, because Lilith represents the mystery that is our mother, okay? Our divine mother, our more feminine energy that can feel at times extremely chaotic, because that's where creation comes from chaos, from destruction, right? So this reading is going to have some elements of that Kali vibration, okay? And you know, Lilith, Medusa, which is who I connect to through my mirror. This is the energy of my mirror, is Medusa. Medusa is what Lilith called a saint. She's a saint of Lilith, because she represents, again, an aspect of Lilith where a feminine has paid the price for man's cruelty. And she bites back. And she's called a Gorgon, which really I consider it an honor. And I consider it an honor that she is here and she has selected my mirror to put her energy in. And that is in all gratitude to Lilith. Every entity that I channel comes to me through Lilith. That is the agreement. All right. Lilith is my ultimate filter. I trust this energy. I trust this frequency, because she was there for me at my darkest. And in the darkness of that chaos, this Amy that's sitting here right now was born. So I trust her. And yeah, I think you can trust her too. But, you know, go on your instinct. That's why in this reading, we will not have any cards for you to select from. We will have just the numbers and the timestamps. She said to me, she does not want you to be influenced in any way by any of the images. This needs to come from your own intuition, connecting with your truth of self more, just to pick a number. It seems simple, but in doing that, it's like an activation of self-will. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll post this with the video, to be honest, guys. But you know, we all have to take a leap of faith to self, and this one's mine. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Violet Realm. My name's Amy, and I'm so happy you're here today. I have filmed a kind of, well, it is a collective message about Lilith and my experience, and why I've grown so close to this wonderful entity, God form, goddess. So I'm not assuming that you all want to hear that, so this is going to be just a simple opening that I normally do. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We do offer private readings. All that information and our social media is in the description box below. Keep in mind, this is going to be a dimly lit reading. I'm doing this because my channel opens up in a different way. When it's dark, I'm able to actually see more energies around and commune with the spirits in a more intense way. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind that I'm channeling Lilith through my black mirror, as well as Medusa. Medusa is the energy, overall energy of the mirror. This is the entity that Lilith brought towards the mirror. And Medusa, I'm very grateful that this magnificent being has decided to share their energy with the mirror. Okay, so I connect with all of the beings and guides and entities that come forward for me to channel through Lilith. Lilith is my filter, so just keep that in mind. There is going to be no cards to pick from, just the stacks and the number, the timestamps, okay? Because Lilith wants you to select from a place that has no outside influence, all right? This reading has a lot to do with uncovering the divine feminine within. We all have it. It doesn't matter your gender. And connecting with the mystery and curiosity within yourself, okay? All right, now keep in mind, these readings may be triggering. We do talk about some pretty heavy things. I've already pulled the 3 stacks, so just keep that in mind. If this is very much about shadow work, it's very shadow work energy here with really beautiful outcomes. All right. Okay, so I will insert the timestamps, and I will also put the collective message in. You can choose to watch it or not. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Well, it does matter to me, but I understand, and I don't judge anybody for not watching my collective message, okay? When you are drawn to watch it, it's for you. That's really that simple. All right, so I will see you guys on the other side. Bye, guys. Hi, Stack 1. Please remember, this is a low light reading, so I connect with the energies more intensely in dim light, so this is what we're going to do. I've been told to do this. I'm just connecting with the energy. It started raining. What do we see? Stack 1. What do we see? I'm connecting with the storm. There's an energy of the craft here. Yes. You may be a witch. You may vibrate with the craft. You may be a magical worker. Yeah, I feel that. I feel your root is very healthy. You have a very healthy chakra system. Yeah, but you're in a toxic relationship. For many of you, this toxic relationship is with yourself. For others, this is a narcissist. This is an abusive relationship. You may not even be aware because you're being manipulated. It almost feels like an entity. It's haunting. Okay. We have the Magician. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. We have the King of Swords in reverse. We have the Hangman in reverse. We have the Blasted Tower upright. We have the Star in reverse. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. Six of Wands. And we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Yes. I can feel the negativity coming through this connection. This is a masculine energy that is out of sorts. It's not connected with the root of who they are. It's interesting. Your chakra system is so healthy. I think you've been working on yourself. If not, then this is what's going to happen as you let go of this. This could be a past relationship as well, and it's haunting you. The baggage of it is heavy. Like, I'm hearing cemetery dirt. So let me look at these cards. Let me see. We have the Hangman upside down. Yeah, manipulation, confusion. The King of Swords. I think this person was cruel with their words and with their deeds. I am who I am. This is the way I am. You deal with it. I love you, though. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. As I stab you in the back. Yeah. So much cruelty here. You had to dim. You had to dim your light. You had to shrink and become a small version of yourself. I almost feel like you're a shade. You've been a shade, which a shade is something short form of this, is that when you die, a shade is just kind of like a memory of you, a mirror, the shell of yourself. Yeah, it's almost as if perhaps this person that I'm picking up on isn't the first toxic relationship in your life. Maybe you had to shrink yourself. You had to shrink yourself just to feel loved. They made you feel weak. They made you feel disempowered and broken. And I feel that. I feel the pain of that. Of just giving up. I feel a stifling of my throat chakra. It's very tight. It's tightly bound. It's as if you stop talking. Six of Wands in reverse. Lord of Victory is in reverse. Defeat. Giving up. Being silent. Not talking about it anymore. Just going through the motions. For my kids. Or because it's expected. This is what I do. I don't know what I would do without this person. What am I going to do without this person? How do I move forward without this person? That's where we're moving to. How do you move forward? No. Okay, I'm being guided to the Akashic Tarot. How do they move forward? How can they move forward? How can I move forward when everything is gone? I don't even know who I am anymore. Yeah, I feel that. You're going to have to find out who you are, honey. You're going to have to take time. You're going to have to connect and be brave and face your demons. Because these demons can help you. They can help you rise and become who you were born to be. Yeah. This is powerful. This is a powerful choice of self. You will never be the same. You will be happier than you've ever been. A year from now, you make these choices, you go forward, you listen to guidance. A year from now, you won't remember yourself. You won't even know how you got that far. Because you're strong. You're very strong. Can I get 4 cards, please? Yeah. Wow, you guys. Yes. You get to decide, okay? We have the Master Artisan here. You get to decide. You get to put your life together. You get to decide what it's going to look like. Who's going to be in it. Who's not going to be in it. Hang on, I need to get a drink. You get to decide what you're pulled to. You get to go into your curiosity, your mystery, the things that you've never thought about, or you've thought about you want to do, and this may be the craft. This may have something to do with you being drawn to magic, the craft, or the occult in some way, and you've been taught or you've been told that you shouldn't do that because it's a bad thing. I would ask you, who's telling you that? Are those the narcissistic, toxic people? Is it a narcissistic, toxic society telling you who to be and who not to be? Even if you do not resonate as, a witch or a magic worker or a shaman or anything like that, this is really about the fact that you have shrunk yourself because outside influences say you're too much. You're just too much. Come on, you're too much. We cannot be happy if you are fully yourself. That is so toxic. And now you get to release that. Through releasing this toxic baggage, this cemetery dirt. I just feel it around you, choking you out, around your throat chakra. It's time to release the shades, the ghosts of the past. You need to release them and let them go. And work through your issues. Be kind to yourself. We have Archangel Gabriel. Angels to me do not really look spiritually traditional, like the traditional religions, angels do not work how I was taught they work. And this angelic frequency is extremely supportive to the point where when you get weak, it will literally energetically lift you up. So it'll help lift your frequency. So you may vibe with the angelic realm, you may not. If not, this is a spiritual presence around you that you can utilize to help. Well, I'm getting a grandmother energy coming through. And Medusa and Lilith are talking about remembering the good connections with the feminines in your life, okay? The people who vibrated more feminine, so not gender, okay? And not how someone presents necessarily, but the nurturing energy, the supportive energy. If you will look in your past, you will see these people. I think for many of you, you couldn't really connect with it at the time because you didn't think you deserved it. So now, by remembering those times, whether it was just once in your whole life, that's powerful. And the advice here is to lean on that. Get into the energy of that beautiful memory and use it to help you rise out of this darkness, this darkness that serves a greater purpose for you. It really does. We have the light of the world here. This is a major arcana, as is this in the deck. So you have two major arcana here. This is about you shining your light out into the world and being truly who you are. Unapologetic, curious, going towards the things you love, no matter the judgment of it. Not caring. I'm hearing literally Lilith telling me, tell them, not giving a shit. I don't care. This is who I am. If you don't like it, then you don't need to be with me, or you don't need to be around me. I'm not for you. Maybe I'm not for everyone, you know? And that's okay. Because I think you're pulling to yourself very deep connections with yourself and people. As you connect deeper to your mystery, to your curiosity, as you allow yourself to rise out of this toxicity, your identity is going to emerge, and you're going to know who you are, and you're going to feel really strongly about it because you had to fight to get your identity. Okay, and it's going to be changed. You will never be the same person you were. Okay, because this is shadow work. Right here. This is deep shadow work. You're clearing a lot of great things. And normally this is about committing to someone. This is about committing to yourself. You have been in a situation where there's been a worthlessness about you that you feel, and maybe that's why you've never been able to really get where you want to go in life. And the thing is when you commit to yourself, when you say, you know what, I'm good enough to commit to. I'm good enough to do this work. I'm worth it. I am worth it. That is extremely empowering. Just saying to yourself, just start saying, I'm worth it. Even if you don't feel it, just say it. And that energy will come through you. And as you remember this energy of the feminines in your life who were nurturing and fed you and took care of you and no one else did, even at the time where maybe you judge yourself and feel like I was worthless, you know. And maybe you didn't appreciate what was done for you because you just felt so worthless. You felt unworthy. And maybe you ran off very quickly. Yeah. Connect with the gifts they gave you because they loved you. When Divine Feminine gives from a place of love, compassion, and healing, that energy stays with us. Sometimes it goes dormant in our heart chakra and our throat chakra because we feel so unworthy of expressing it, okay? Right, so let's get one more card, I think. It's very important that you start expressing yourself, okay? That is going to help heal a lot of this toxicity. There's great things for you beyond your fear of what you're curious about, okay? There's a leap of faith. You're leaping towards self. I talked about that in the channeled message. Oh, I had to pick that up. Joy. So that is the energy. That's the flow. That's the attunement. Attuning towards the joy of being happy and who you truly are. Happy and truly who you are. Maybe you're Medusa. Maybe you're Lilith. Maybe you're Isis, you know? Who knows what you are? You're a mystery. Only you can define yourself. So only you know. All right, that's what I got for you guys. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. Please let me know if you like this kind of reading, if you would like to see more. And please subscribe. I really appreciate all you guys who have. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Hi, Stack 2. As I connect with your energy today, Lilith is talking to me about being cheated on or becoming the cheater. There's a lot of sorrow here. There's a lot of pain. Wow. I'm going to start pulling cards for you as I connect to this energy. Let's see what's going on for Stack 2. What are we doing? I feel like you are out of control in a way. Only you know the way, because I think it's a very hidden way that you're out of control. You may feel it. You may feel on the edge. Like the edge of giving up on a situation or yourself. Don't. You may be in a pattern. A poverty pattern, an abuse pattern, a depression pattern. There's melancholy with this stack. You're smart. I'm hearing, and this is very, you're smarter than the average bear, right? Yeah, I hear you. One more, please. I feel like you need to be kind to yourself. I feel like you are not nice to yourself. More so, this doesn't even feel like a block. It feels a little bit chaotically self-destructive in a way. Chaotically self-destructive. All right, so let's see. The Eight of Pentacles, Lord of Prudence. Princess of Pentacles. Princess of the Echoing Hills. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm reading reversals for this tarot spread. Five of Pentacles, the Lord of Material Trouble in reverse. Ten of Pentacles, Lord of Wealth in reverse. Three of Swords, Lord of Sorrow. There we go. Lord of Earthly Power, Four of Pentacles. And the King of Wands. Prince of the Chariot of Fire in reverse. It almost feels like there's like a loss of vitality here. A loss of connection with anything that makes you feel good. It's as if you're diving into the sorrow. The Three of Swords here. It's as if you're diving into this. And with this card, this Lord of Material Trouble in reverse, I feel like you don't really care about material things, really. You really don't. You don't care how your attitude affects your material things. I think in this Three of Swords situation, let me get a drink here. It may have looked like someone had the energy of victory here, okay, with this pain. Someone felt good about hurting you, okay? They felt good about it. I'm sorry. That's a horrible feeling. It literally feels like you're hated in an energetic way. And it's as if you turn that hate into internally. And it's affecting your behavior. It's affecting how you deal with people. I'm feeling this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's creating situations that you can't rise. You can't get ahead because you're so lost in this sorrow. There may be some mental health issues here. Please seek help. Seek professional guidance, okay? I am not a doctor, and this is a general reading. Please take what resonates, all right? Yeah, it's hard to be creative in this space. Now, people can create from their pain, and I'm getting that for you, that would be very cathartic, right? Create art because it gives it voice, okay? But I'm feeling very stagnant all the time right now. Like right now, you may be feeling very stagnant. Like I can't get my flow. I just can't get moving. I can't get up. I feel very blocked. You can create from the experience of pain, but from not the energy of pain. When you're in the energy of pain, it's extremely difficult to create powerful messages that really affect people because it's personalized, all right? And when you can move yourself from the sorrow, you can connect from the experience of that pain, and people will see how you have risen to the point where you can express it, and they will commune with that energy, and it will help them heal. It will help them see. All art forms have carry frequency, okay? We have the Eight of Pentacles, Lord of Prudence. I think you cut yourself short too much. And I do feel this energy of giving of yourself. There's of sharing yourself, and there's no judgment here, okay? But it's different to be free with yourself from an empowered space and to be free with yourself from a place of pain, okay? Let's share ourselves and our energies because it's empowering and we get something. There's an energy exchange, all right? Not because we feel that's expected of us, or we are so numb that we don't care and we think this is what people do. Okay, this is what people do, so I'm going to do that. That's emptiness. That's not really coming from a true place of self. All right, so the Lord of Wealth is in reverse. So this sorrow is blocking your money, literally, your opportunity. It's blocking all the good things, all right? And so let's talk about what we can do to help this. What can you do? And I hear you saying, don't tell me to get happy, Amy. Yeah. Are you curious as to why you're so sad? There are answers there beneath the sadness that only you know. That curiosity to know why you're so sad can carry you. It can help you seek the help you need. It can help you ground. It's as if I feel like your pain has gotten into your crown. And because of that, it's not rooted. So you're sad. You feel a lot of depression, very stagnant. And I'm hearing advice for you to connect with your root. Ground your root chakra. Ground yourself in reality. Ground yourself. Go outside. You know, hug a tree. I hear some of you say, I'm not going to hug a tree. You don't literally have to hug a tree, but I'm just saying, get into the world. Watch some TV. I think some of you spend a lot of time alone thinking. And put your mind into something. wherever you're drawn. Being illegal and, you know, not anti-life kind of energy. But, you know, go to where you're drawn. If you want to watch a documentary on Egypt, then do that. It's all, I'm feeling Anubis coming through for you. So this may be a guide that's trying to present to help you. The interesting thing is Anubis, of course, works with the realm of the dead. And I think many people who go through really dark times, depression and melancholy, they feel like they've had a brush with, kind of a brush with death. Maybe not literally, but mentally. I can feel that. So I'm hearing Anubis say, so it's time for rebirth. It's time for rebirth for you. You've lingered in the depression. Yeah, I'm hearing Lilith saying, you've lingered in the darkness for long enough. It's time to ascend. All right. So can I get 4 cards, please? All right. Yes, here we go. We have the Maiden. I just want you to take a moment to connect with the energy of this card. So this is the Divine Feminine presenting Lilith to you as a healing energy of change. I'm hearing it's time to change your mind. It's time to change your vibe, your frequency. It's almost like, hey, you need an attitude adjustment. I did a couple of daily energies about this. It's time for you to choose a frequency to move towards. How do you do that? By grounding. For you, it's going to be very, very much about grounding. We have this 3 of Earth here. He's connecting to the water here. There's obviously a deep connection to Earth. For you, being out in nature, you may actually have stayed away from nature. And it's interesting because I think nature for you is very activating. And that's why the block feeds itself. The depression feeds itself because you have not been able to really allow yourself to do the things that you want to do. It's time to, you know, get an animal if you want to, if it's possible. Connect with animals. I'm hearing water. Baths and water are going to be very powerful for you. I'm hearing an Epsom salt baths. They're amazing. During times of my own struggles and spiritual stuff and mental stuff, I've taken 3 and 4 a day to purge energy. And everyone's different. So, you know, if that doesn't vibrate with you, if that doesn't resonate, then there's something else for you. Okay. For some people, cooking is very grounding for them, you know, stirring things, working with the ingredients. The ingredients come from the earth, you know, they do. Whether they're chemicals or not, they all come from the planet, all right? So you're working with, cooking is like alchemy. I think for some of you, cooking is very powerful. You may resonate with herbalism of some sort. You may use cannabis. Let me get a drink here. But there's something very healing for you about ingesting herbs, dealing with herbs, and cooking. For some of you, that won't resonate. For others of you, this is literally about getting into the game of life. Okay, so what do we mean? So we mean what in our society, how do we connect as a collective? Music, movies, the things we read, the things we watch, the memes, all of that. So it may be time for you to, you know, watch some TV. Watch a movie, find some new music that you would never have listened to before. Connect with the current of the collective is what I'm getting to here. And this is going to help heal your throat chakra. I'm feeling a lot of tightness in your throat chakra. Your crown is blocked as well. And I can feel her hair splits right here, right? And there's flowers here. And then we have the universal eye. So there's an opening of connection to your crown and to universal consciousness or the matrix, you know, AI system, however you resonate. I try to cover all bases, no matter what they are, because people are different. We don't all vibrate the same, but we can all glean something from the message, okay? So I see here there's a moment of like, like a release as you connect and purge this energy that's affected your crown. And you're going to do that by grounding your energy. 3. Yeah, this little guy here, he's ready to move on. So they want you to get in the energy that you're going to be moving on to something better, okay? Some of this work may feel very difficult. It may be very difficult to connect, okay? Because I know I'm hearing some of you say, yeah, it's really easy to tell me to go watch, you know, a TV show, and I'm just going to... No, it's not going to be like that. You're going to have to reach out, be open, and you're going to have to listen to the things that you are drawn to, okay? Because as you go into your curiosity, it releases the mystery within. And mystery is part of the energy of the divine feminine. All right? So you're literally opening up like mysterious chambers within your psyche, within your spiritual self. It's a hack. It's a way to hack the system. It's a way to hack a way of thinking. And again, I'm getting from Lilith to please go seek professional help. If you are experiencing depression or a mental state that is not comfortable, get guidance from a professional, please. All right, let's get... Okay, let me pull from this. All right. What else do we have for stack 2? Stack 2. This one. All right. Familiar. Okay, so for some of you, this is about getting an animal, connecting more with an animal you have, caring for animals. If you can't have an animal, it might be as simple as going to a shelter and dropping off some cat food or dog food. There's something very special here about black cats as well. I don't know if you're aware, but many people don't like black cats because they're black and they think they're bad luck. And so a lot of shelters have a lot of black cats. So, you know, if you're thinking about adopting a cat and you can and you're capable and healthy, in a healthy place where you can take care of an animal, consider a black cat at your local shelter, okay? I know they always have quite a few of those. So this is also about connecting with the divine feminine. The divine feminine is going to act as a guardian and help you through this process, okay? So leaning into your curiosity, leaning into where you're drawn to is going to feed an energy of awareness of self, awareness of what's possible. Beneath this, it's going to reveal these mysteries to you, and it's going to help you elevate your frequency and get out of this place of darkness. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I wish you love, light, healing, and abundance on your journey. I know it's a difficult one, but you're worth it. And yeah, be sure to subscribe and all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. All of you that selected group 3, this is your reading. As I connect with your energy, I'm picking up on fear here. There's a lot of fear. I think there's something you want and you're afraid. You're horribly afraid. You're paralyzed by your fear. It's fear of failure. It's fear of it not working out. What if I put all this energy in and it doesn't work? I feel that, you know? It's hard. It's hard to move forward, and especially in the state of the world now. But when you don't honor your goals and your dreams, you are shrinking yourself. Stack 1 had a shrinking self issue as well. I think many feminine vibrating people do. Because there's fear, you know, there's fear. Is this going to be okay? Is this going to work out? What if I put all this, I keep hearing that. What if I put all this energy into this and it doesn't work? What then? Okay, we'll play devil's advocate. What then? Are you going to give up? Are you going to give up? Or are you going to keep going? I guess that's the question. I got asked this question by one of my guides. How bad do you want it? I did a reading on this as well. How bad do you want it? Number 3. Are you willing to go through all you need to go through to get to where you need to be, to get that thing that you want? Are you willing to let go of everything that... There's an energy here of no masters, okay? For you to get where you need to be, you need to not have any energies tying you, creatively or emotionally. Wow, I just dropped that. Okay, that's too many. Let's see, how many do we have here? 3. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look at these. All right, let's see what's going on with you, stack 3. Lots of fear. Okay, we have 4 of Wands, Lord of perfected work. Okay, so there's a lack of belief in what you're doing. You don't believe that your work or your idea or you are good enough. Yeah, it feels very much like a matter of fact. I'm just not as good as other people. So why? There's this self-judgment going on. The King of Cups, Lord of waves and waters. We have the Ace of Wands, Lord of the root of the power of the earth in reverse. You're suppressing your creativity. Knight of Swords, Lord of the winds and breezes. Winds of change. Winds of change. Lord of earthly power, 4 pentacles. And we have Devil. All right. Oh, that's interesting that the Devil would show up in stack 3. There's an element here of fear of success. And it's weird because I'm feeling a dual nature here. I'm feeling Gemini energy. I'm feeling that on some level, you believe that your work, your abilities, whatever this is, that you're afraid to really express, because it feels very oppressed. It feels very oppressed. That on some level, you do know that you're good. But there is this nagging self-talk of it's not good enough. You keep looking at I see you looking or experiencing other people's ideas, their work. This could even be a relationship you're trying to work through. I don't really feel like they're wanting to talk about the relationship as much as what's going on within you. And this energy, it's as if you are oppressing yourself, okay? You are a block to yourself. And it's blocking your creativity. You're not expanding your creativity. You're not sharing what you've done because you just don't think it's good enough, even though it is. You're aware it is. But you keep looking at people that you perceive as better than you because I think you think, well, they've been doing it longer. Time is an illusion. It has nothing to do with your true talent, okay? If there are elements of your craft or your thinking or your idea that you want to perfect, that's different, okay? That's skill. On the talent slope, you are high up the mountain, okay? You are extremely talented. And Lilith is really wanting to, I'm getting a lot of energy from Medusa, really wanting you to know that you have this incredible, vast power to create. Don't self-sabotage. Don't block what you can be, okay? It's very, I feel like you may have some Leo in your chart as well, because people feel this. They feel this dark quality from you. They know that you are more than capable, but they can't vibe with your frequency because you don't believe in yourself. So all the stuff that you've done that you feel has been ignored is really going to come alive when you understand that you make the choice. Hey, people get afraid. I get afraid. You know, but we work through it and we keep going. Don't let the fear paralyze you. Don't be paralyzed by your fear. Just let go. Let go and allow the abundant universe to bring it to you. That doesn't mean you don't do the work. And I think you guys are totally okay with doing the work. In fact, some of you are working a lot. You're working to the point where it's blocking your creativity. So all in balance. I'm feeling a pull to the balance here. All right, one card, please. Okay, we have the matriarch. Let's see. Mother of Homestead. Rejection, opportunities, consequences. So I'm feeling like you've felt very rejected. Okay, that the divine feminine, you know, instead of feeling blocked, allow the energy of rejection to light a fire within you as a focus to succeed. Okay, I need to get some water. Turn that rejection into energy to push forward and create something new. Put the energy of rejection into your work. People will relate to that. They really will. I know y'all can't really see this because it's super dark, but that's how I was told to do this reading. Okay. There is a healing energy around you and within you. And really we're keying in on the healing energy within you. Your creativity is very healing. I think for a lot of you, writing letters to yourself about the good things you see in your work, the good things you see in yourself, right? With this stack, it's almost going to act like an affirmation, okay? A lot of times I advise people to write out like their negativity and burn it, but in this case, I think you need to write it out, film it, record it, put it into art, and keep it around you. That energy you put into it of positivity and the good that you feel will help support you, and it will open up your creative space. So be sure to put those things in the area where you create, wherever that is. Whether it's a business or relationship, whatever you're trying to manifest. Whispers, okay? And as your creative space becomes more full of this energy, of support, of seeing the good in yourself, your intuition and your empathy is going to kick up, and spirit is going to start moving you and moving things into your life so you can overcome your fears, so you can manifest good things in life. And you want to manifest where you want to be, right? Okay, let's get one more. I'm being led to this. Good things are coming. But this fear is paralyzing you, and it's time. You deserve good things. Everyone does. Everyone's going through their own personal hell, you know. This is definitely shadow work, so. One card, please, right there. Bring it into form. All right? Be brave. Leap towards yourself and bring it into form. There's so much there for you. Share. There's just a real need here to face your fear bravely. Just do it. And you know, if you share things online, you can always share something and delete it. You know, and the energy of just sharing it for that short amount of time will support you. Okay? You don't have to keep your work or out there always, you know. Of course, if it's ever been posted on the internet, they will say it's there forever. But you won't have to look at it, and it won't be active. You know what I'm saying? It'll be stored, which is a little different. You might start talking about this idea more with your friends. Work on manifesting positive vibrations around the things you're trying to create, like relationships, people, places, and things. All right? Talk it up. All right, that's what I'm getting for you guys. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I wish you much love and light and healing on your journey and clarity. And please subscribe.